What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional, and we are going through the book of John, and we are on John chapter 19, verse 29. John chapter 19, verse 29. If you haven't read it yet, go ahead and stop the tape, see what it has to say, come back. We're going to answer some questions. If you've already read it, let's jump in, man. This is Trust in Jesus Ministries, and I hope that as you read through the scriptures with me, that you begin to trust in Jesus more, because we get to know him more. And we're going to see an aspect of what John has been writing about and showing us through the difference between what Jesus says and then what mankind or humans think. Again, in last episode, we also talked about a little bit about how that when Jesus says he thirsts, that this could be a spiritual thirst, a yearning for the Father. And so we're going to see a little bit more into how that plays. So if you haven't read it yet, like I said, check it out, stop the tape, do that. And if you have, let's get into it, man. So what's going on? I told you a little bit earlier, and now it is Jesus, or I'm sorry, not Jesus, but it's the soldiers or someone who takes some sour or bitter wine and they give it to Jesus, and Jesus drinks. Now, what we see here, I think, is a playing out of what John has been talking about the whole time, how whenever Jesus says something meant to be spiritual, we don't understand it. We don't properly see it. We always take it as a physical item. Remember we talked about Nicodemus and Jesus saying you must be born again or born from above, actually. And Nicodemus says, how can a man enter into a mother's womb again? Or we see the Samaritan woman when he says that you can drink this water from this well and you will never thirst again. And she was like, man, give me some of that water, man. I don't want to have to come to this well no more. See, they have been taking these physical things, these spiritual things that Jesus has been talking about and turning them into a physical thing. Again, with the Pharisees, Jesus talked about the breaking down the temple and rebuilding it in 3 days. And they were like, the temple, the physical temple, the one that took Solomon so many years to build. And so it is here again where we find that happening as Jesus speaks about yearning to be with the Father once more as he has completed all things for the glory of God. They hand him physical drink. They hand him physical drink. So in all of this understanding, what does this say about God? Well, again, if we refer back to last episode, then what we can talk about is the fact that Jesus yearns to be with the Father. His desire is to be with the Father, and his motivation is to please the Father. And so that is ours to do the same way. But it is Jesus who seeks to be with and commune with the Father. What does this say about man? And I think this is more properly what we're talking about today is what does this say about mankind? That without God, we can't see the things spiritually. We can't understand and know who Jesus is spiritually and what he's trying to communicate to us. Luckily, or it's really not luckily, it's by the grace of God. He loves us so much that he does disclose to us the things that we need in order to find this relationship and understand what he's trying to talk to us about. But apart from him, we can't do anything. We can't understand anything. Our mind can't comprehend the things that are above because we're not from above. So how do we apply these truths to our lives? How do we reconcile the fact that God speaks to us, yet we can't understand unless he gives us this ability? Well, I think what we should do is we should yearn for him, just as Jesus does, to be with the Father. That is a proper desire for us to do, is to yearn for him. And if you seek him, it says that he will get you. He will let himself be made known to you. He will disclose himself. It says those who seek him and know him and trust him. And so, right now, are you seeking him? Or are you looking at the physical rather than the spiritual truths that God is trying to speak to you with? Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.